Western and natural medicine looks at colds and flus in a very profoundly different manner. Western medicine tends to look at sometimes a cold and flu as something that happens to the body, like a condition afflicted upon us. A competent world-class natural physician or naturopath, depending on the country they're practicing in, is usually trained to assess not only all the body systems, but how some of those elimination functions of the body is functioning. So we're taught as a natural therapist that a cold and flu, diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, discharges from different parts of the body can sometimes be a very vital component in healing. And as you know, sometimes you can get a runny nose or symptoms that resemble what we would typically put the label on a cold or flu, and give it a few days we feel better. Or you consume a poison like alcohol, and the next day your body is trying to find the exits to get that poison out quickly. So certainly, as opposed to trying to suppress things like the Western model, we're trying to really bring an underlying holistic healing in. The way we do that is really succinctly ensure that sometimes if an elimination channel is running, we let that run. So cold and flu can be a very profound elimination component for most people. So not only will a natural therapist try not to suppress that, they'll often try and let that run, but also ensure that there's cofactors and other things aren't just causing the mucus to run indefinitely. Because sometimes mucus can run for 7 days, sometimes it can run for a lifetime. If a nose is running for 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 days, a natural therapist might view that as a natural elimination. If it's running chronically, like 6 months or longer, a natural therapist might then sit down and look at some of the lifestyle things to address. But what we try and bring in at a world-class level is there's natural therapists and there's natural therapists. And we're trying to perhaps take more of a world-class take on it and bring in maybe some of the details that the average natural therapist can't, because there's people who might have seen 20, 30, 40, 50 Western and natural therapists and their nose might still be running, or they might still be feeling sick, or they might still be getting joint pain, or they might still be getting headache. What we need to do is then know the details, know that person's body, how to give them a global shift or a global solution so that never comes back. The 5 quickest things that people can do for a cold and flu-like presentation: minimize what's coming into your body. Digestion takes nearly the most amount of energy of any body function. Back to a liquid diet. Puzzles, liquid vegetarian diet, and even we even take out animal products. We go vegan sometimes, even if it's just a few days, to just relieve the body. Soups, blended drinks, smoothies. The second thing you can do in a cold and flu presentation is obviously rest. The body requires any sort of movement, even breathing requires a lot of energy and a lot of oxygen. What I mean in a nutshell is that if you're not moving, if you're resting, you need a lot less oxygen, you need a lot less energy. So that's why rest can be critically important. The third thing in any cold or flu, go out, get a herbal supplement that's traditionally been used for the immune system. Get echinacea, get an olive leaf extract, get astragalus, anything that traditionally has been used to help those white blood cells proliferate and move more quickly. The fourth thing you could do with cold and flu would be to move your elimination channels. Poison only has a certain number of exits in the body. That's why they run. That's why the nose runs. That's why the bowels move. That's why sometimes you urinate more. That's why your body temperature elevates. There's a medical reason for that. And the fifth thing would be obviously to make sure that everything is supported: nutritional, emotional, making sure that your food is reasonably healthy, and making sure that you're minimizing stress so you can get back into work quickly. And obviously, if something stays chronically 6 months or longer, then that's when we need to look at some substantial lifestyle shifts, Western sometimes and natural, to make sure that you've got the support that you need.